everyone, Andrew here, and today I have a package opening video, and this package comes from TheMaverik23, and it's just absolutely awesome. I mean, he saw my videos, and he saw that I did not have a PAL Super Nintendo, so he was kind enough to just send me a message saying, hey, like, I'll send one to you, and that's just incredible. I mean, I really appreciate that. And he didn't want anything to in return, although I'll be sure to send you something, I promise, whether you want it or not. But yeah, so that is apparently what is inside this box, as long as it is the right package. I hope it's the right package. But anyway, let's reach over and let's grab my pocket knife and let's go with opening this thing. Because I mean, it was not too long ago I talked about how just PAL territory things, you don't see them too often in North America. I mean, you see a lot of Japanese stuff. Like, it's not too rare. I mean, of course, it's not as common as, like, North American stuff, but just the PAL stuff you don't normally see. And I mean, that's probably because with the Japanese stuff, it has the same plugs and everything. You don't even need a converter. You just plug it in, and that's the fun. You just plug it in, and then it works. But when it comes to the European stuff, I mean, like, you have to have, like, the TV signals aren't the same, and you need a whole bunch, and, like, the power cord needs a converter, so, overall, it's crazy, but, let's see what I can do here, with this. It's got sides here, pretty good. So yeah, this is really cool, and I really appreciate it. I mean, you didn't have to send this to me, but, I appreciate it so much. It's incredible. Alright, so the sides are the easy part, but the top has all of this kind of plastic and paper, so let's see if I can kind of rip this off. I don't know how else is going to work. Maybe I should do this a different way. Let's see what I've got here. Oh, might be making some progress here. Package openings are always difficult. Let's see here, but yes, I cannot wait to get this open and see what is inside, and the tape is making my hands all sticky, so I hope I don't accidentally wreck it. Let's see. At least it is sealed well. It didn't get here, and it's, you know, it's like half open or anything like that. That would stink. Okay, so gotta get this stuff off of the top. Almost there. Almost there. Alright, we're pretty good. We're good. We're good. Okay, so now we have kind of like it's half off. Let's see if I can now open the box. Well, it's like this. See if I can get the knife in there. Oh, yeah, kind of. This is dangerous, but it's worth it. Okay, get out of my way. So yeah, overall, this should be a PAL Super Nintendo, and that's really cool because, like I said, you don't see too much PAL stuff in North America, and I love collecting things from other regions, and PAL Super Nintendo is awesome. It's definitely something I've always wanted in my collection. So let's see here. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. So I put the knife away. Yes! Yes, we have opened the package, and it looks like we have a note on the top. So, let's read the note. So I said that this was from TheMaverik23, and it says, hey, I hope this reaches you fine, and I really hope your reaction is much better than what you see next. P.S. It's been nice talking to you, and I'm glad I could help you a tiny bit for your amazing collections. Yeah, we've been talking through email for the past while. It's been a lot of fun, and thanks again. That's a cool note, and let's see. What on earth do we have here? What do you get when you mix drugs, alcohol, and add extra crystal meth? I can kind of see it through the... Squadala! We are off! I'm lost words. That's amazing. It's Link and the Faces of Evil, and it's that really dumb guy. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. This is it. Just get rid of the package. This is going right up on the wall. I'm going to find a way to put this up on the wall. That's amazing. Oh, if you want, if someone's like depressed or something, just show them Link the Faces of Evil, and they won't be able to help but laugh. That's amazing. Oh, what were they thinking when they made those CDI games? Oh, okay. Now to proceed on with the box, we have some bags and bubble wrap. Let's just take a brief intermission to pop some of this. That's enough popping bubble wrap. And let's proceed on. Ooh, and the first thing that I have come across in the box is Donkey Kong Country PAL Edition. Now that is super cool. Definitely not a game that I had, so thank you so much. That is awesome. Proceeding on, might as well just dig right to the bottom here and pull out the console, very nicely bubble wrapped. Wow, this is awesome. This is so cool. I've always wanted a PAL Super Nintendo. I definitely need to get up close to the camera for this. So there you go, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, and it says right on the flap there, PAL version. And I cannot push this down because that is the guard that doesn't allow you to take your games out while the power is on. That's so cool. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. And of course, as the port on the bottom, that would never end up being used. Wow. I've always wanted a PAL Super Nintendo, so this is incredible. Thank you so much. Just let me put everything nicely off to the side, put the pocket knife over there before someone gets hurt. Don't want to wreck my Link the Faces of Evil picture. That's incredible. Wow, PAL Donkey Kong. And let's see what else we have in here. We have a big... I think I took something out and accidentally set it somewhere. Did I? I think I did. Or is it inside of here? No, it's inside of here. Inside of here, we have some cords and the controller. I knew I saw the controller somewhere, although for some reason I thought it was separately bubble wrapped and I accidentally took it out. So let's open up this and let's see just what we have. So of course, we have our AV, which is super neat. Let's see, what have we got? We have our controller, the Super Nintendo PAL controller, which unlike the North American Super Nintendo, has all those crazy colors on the buttons. That is so cool. And here we have an absolutely crazy power cord. So of course that then plugs into your Super Nintendo. And then you get this crazy end. And I have no idea what I'm going to do at this end. Of course, I'll probably have to find some way to convert it. Yeah, like I said, that's why you don't see too much PAL stuff in North America, because people get this, they're like, what the heck am I going to do with this? But it's still so cool. It's just because I can't use it right out of the box, it does not mean that I am not super happy to get this. That is awesome. And of course, your AV cable. Wow, that is just incredible. And that is the end of the box. But wow, so you got the controller, the power cord, the AV, Donkey Kong. I had no idea that this was going to be in there. Donkey Kong Country, one of the best Super Nintendo games. It's awesome to have the PAL version of that, and of course the console itself. That is so cool. Thank you so much, TheMaverik23. This is incredible. Like I said, I will send you some really cool stuff. Even though you said I don't need to send you anything, there's no way I could get something this awesome and not send something in return. This is just fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is very cool. And now, because I knew it was going to be a European Super Nintendo, I was prepared for this. I just wanted to do a very quick comparison to kind of the other region versions, just for fun. So, of course, you have your PAL Super Nintendo, and then you have your North American Super Nintendo. So, the PAL one, you know, nice round edges. It seems a little bit more compact. And then your North American one, it's this massive blocky thing with square edges. Because, I mean, in the 90s and kind of the 80s, I guess everyone thought, when it came to electronics, bigger is better, and square edges is the coolest thing. So, I have to kind of admit, though, this looks a bit more like the successor to the NES than this does, but that's kind of because it's so weird that for the NES and Super NES eras that like the consoles in all the regions were kind of different, and they weren't the same like they were with Nintendo 64, and all of the consoles look the same no matter where you got them. But I know, I've always thought that even though I actually really like this design a lot more, this definitely does kind of look like, you know, like the NES too, because the way, you know, it's a big square blocky thing, and it's all gray except for the purple buttons. But yeah, this is just so cool. So then you have your PAL Super Nintendo, which is absolutely awesome. And then right here we have our Japanese Super Famicom. So yeah, you can see that the two designs are pretty much exactly the same, except for the text at the bottom there, where here you have Super Famicom, here you have Super Nintendo. Although other than that, they're pretty much exactly identical, except the Famicom has an additional sticker at the bottom. But that is just so cool. And then, if we look at the controllers, you of course, I'm sure most people know, our typical North American Super Nintendo controller. And then, here, You have the European one. I really, really like the different colors on the buttons. That is super cool. The only thing I do not like about the European controller and the Japanese one, as you will see, is that the Y and the X buttons on the North American one, they kind of have indents, like the NES controllers A and B buttons, so that your thumb fits in it nicely. But the European and Japanese X and Y buttons don't have that, so I kind of really like that, just the way that it's really comfortable to get your thumb to sit in there. But overall, it's not that big of a deal. I really like the multiple colors on this, and that is so cool. And like I said, the European one is exactly the same, pretty much, except for the name again, as the Japanese one, which is super neat. And just a quick cartridge comparison, just for fun. You have your North American cartridge, again, a big blocky gray square thing. And then you have your European one, or your PAL one, which of course has more round edges, and it looks really neat. And the European one is the same design as the Japanese one, which is pretty cool, though I'm pretty sure that if you put the Japanese game into the European Super Nintendo, it will not work. It's really weird because it was actually the opposite for the NES, where the PAL NES looked exactly like the North American NES, and by that note, the games and the controllers looked the same as the North American one as well. But then for the Super Nintendo, for some reason, the PAL territories took after the Japanese one, so it makes no sense to me, but I mean, it is so cool. And this is absolutely awesome. I now own a PAL Super Nintendo. And I mean, it's not even just the console. You put the effort into sending me the controller, power, AV, and Donkey Kong Country, which I put over there with Mario World for Famicom. So thank you so much. This is an absolutely incredible thing to get. And it gave me a good excuse to go over kind of different regions of Super Nintendo. Well, not an excuse. It's fun. It was fun to do that. But this is incredible. Thank you so much for just putting in the effort to send this to me, and I'm definitely going to send you something in return, like I said. Let's put that in there, and there you go. I'm ready to play some PAL Donkey Kong. So this is incredible. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and of course, link the faces of evil. Like I said in your note, it has been great talking to you too, and of course, just because, oh yeah, you've sent me what I want now, I'm never going to talk to you again. No, of course, we can still talk through the email. So thank you so much for all of this really awesome stuff. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope that everyone enjoyed that Super Nintendo history lesson. So once again, TheMaverik23, you are really awesome, and I'll be sure to get something out to you in the near future. So thank you very much for the package, and thank you to everyone else for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time when we do something different. So thanks, and see you later.